I sexually identify as the Doug Dimmadome hat. Let's fucking get it.
Yeet.
Welcome back.
We're back.
To Dark Souls 3.
After about a bajillion years, we're back.
2 months-ish.
Yeah. Wow, really? 2 months?
Yep, it's been 2 months since we've shot one of these episodes because of the pandemic.
And also the race war.
We could have got together, but I didn't want to stress my mom out, so ta-da, there you go. 23 still a disappointment, still living at home! Anyway, here we go.
Noah's run completely out of content. Now we have to do this as almost.
I have not run completely out of content. I would like to continue Dark Souls 3, you know?
You also just uploaded the fucking Neopets episode.
That was because I didn't have enough time to get anything ready because I didn't want to edit on my birthday.
You guys want to see me get killed by this?
I don't think you're going to get killed, just stay in its gooch. Isn't that like the entire point of the series so far, is just to prove that all you have to do is stay in the gooch area and you're good?
Problem is that
I
don't remember how to play.
Oh, well.
Because it's been a hot minute.
Like we've said, it's at least 5,000 years
later. How do I
later.
heal? There it is.
How do I heal? Just stay in his gooch, man.
Get all up in there.
Okay, back up away from his gooch. Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, that's not perfect.
That's not so perfect. That's what that looks like. Okay.
Oh,
that is what instant death looks like.
Holy shit.
Dude, you have a pixel. A fucking pixel.
Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at
Jesus
our boy.
Christ.
Why do we even doubt Nathan? Oh!
You got 5 checks.
Drink.
Back up.
Yeah.
Now hit him.
Nice.
Loser.
Look at that shit. Look at our boy. Nathan stick with
You have the luck of some sort of saintly god on your side.
I just had just enough
to tell him to go fuck himself.
Not get myself dead.
Well, that's the only thing up here, right? Is that stray demon?
For now.
I think there's like grabbables, right?
Eventually there's other stuff.
Oh, you can come back and there's more shit?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Never had to deal with that before, actually. Huh.
Somewhere, I get Havel's ring for all this hard work.
Wouldn't it be underneath where he was?
I might have to buy it, and now that I've killed him, I get it with this.
With his soul.
Maybe.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Also, to anybody wondering why we may or may not be slurring,
speak for yourself, my friend.
we had a bit to drinky beforehand. Noah's taking a drinky right now.
It's not that much alcohol, man.
It's the day after Noah's birthday, and I was like, fuck it. I gotta find a way to drink with my bros, because I have yet to do it. Oh, get him! Get him.
Touch him.
Touch his penor.
Touch the part of his back that makes him feel sexual pleasure. Ooh, lightning spear. I know people online like to spam the shit out of that move.
Yeah.
It's a lot more...
Or is it sunlight, whatever?
Game. It's a lot better in the other Dark Souls.
They nerfed it for this one because it was too OP.
Yeah.
Well, it is a very OP move. I mean, anything lightning in this game just fucking wrecks all, unfortunately.
Do you get immunities for shit like this?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Like
that was a feller.
Oh, hello.
They're just contemplating their life, Nathan.
Now they're all dead.
Yeah.
I wonder what that... Is there...
Looks to me like
what's the
it.
critical on these guys? Like with that club? Just
I have
kick
no
them?
idea. Probably, I think you skip a
pioneer.
snack.
Hello, oh.
He's dead.
Okay.
He's already dead. A pioneer of Lothric! Anyway.
So this is supposed to be the undead bird from the first Dark Souls?
What?
The undead bird from the very first Dark Souls?
Nah, I don't...
Kind of like how that glass guy...
There is a
the Taurus demon.
Lothric in the first game. I don't think there's... I don't think the two... Oh.
No, the
Don't you go to
undead
Lothric
we've already
Castle?
been through, or at least the equivalent of.
Yeah.
Yes, you do go to Lothric Castle.
Yeah, like on every game. Fuck the Lothric family.
But like that dude that you just fought, was that not the Taurus demon
What
from the
the
first Dark
fuck?
Souls?
No, that was just a regular demon.
Ah. It looked very similar. It looks like literally all they did for this game was cover the last one in glowy moss.
The Taurus demon was like a big bull man. The stray demon is like a big fat guy.
I might be thinking of someone else. It's been like probably 7 years since I played the last Dark Souls. Or the first Dark Souls, which is the only one that I've ever owned. Except for Bloodborne.
Bloodborne's not Dark Souls, silly. You drink menstrual blood in that one.
Yes, that is the truth.
In this one, it's Sunny D. I don't think you're stuck here.
Nice, non-offensive Sunny D.
Can't you go to the left over there and just like hop off? At least I'm assuming. Perhaps.
You assume wrong.
We'll go up top and then flop
You're a
down
fool!
like a pancake. Well, you know, fool is a pretty okay term to apply to my fucking personality. So.
Yes.
Die.
Oh, there you go. Just drop down there. Woo! Woo! I'm okay at the moment, but thank you.
I bought pizza.
He's trying to throw a pizza pie in my fucking lap.
Use some of those carbs to suck up the alcohol there and go directly hit me.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's probably because I haven't eaten it all today.
Yeah.
I don't speak mumbleese.
I didn't eat until I ate this fucking pizza.
Well, what is with your poor nutrition?
What that is.
I don't know. I'm a whore and I'm lonely.
Alright, that got into some deep. I didn't mean to mine that deep. Goddamn.
Too late.
Too late.
You already know my dark humor.
I have mined too deep.
I'm a pizza whore
And you're lonely.
and I'm lonely.
So, we don't have a very energetic vibe right now, do we? Goddamn. That's okay. Fuck it, man.
I don't get crazy when I drink. I get sleepy.
Well, then why do you drink?
Go to sleep easier.
There's a thing that's already been invented for that. It's called masturbating.
I do that too. I've also got restless leg syndrome, which explains why I need to do both.
What? So what? The alcohol helps you go to sleep and the jerking off numbs your restless leg?
Yes.
Because your other leg is a tripod?
Give me that. I want
Hell yeah! Now. Don't stay over long.
I need that.
Haha.
Where
He's
is
the grandpa everyone should have. He's like, dude, I love you, but get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like he wants to get rid of your ass.
Well, yeah, he just wants to die. That's why he's already there. He's one of the Lords of Cinder. He's the only one to show up. He wants to die. It's kind of funny. He also has no legs, so
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
he's just a dude.
It isn't the right club. What is this? Too much.
I got a story about that I might just share here in a couple of
Well,
seconds.
go ahead. The floor is yours.
I need to get my computer back out though, because I need to actually research it.
No.
Stickley, by the way, in like 2 or 3 episodes ago when I was filming before you got here, Noah and I discussed the fact that I am making a video game.
I've heard something about that, yeah.
Awesome. Wanted to catch you up on that. It makes sense for the next story for you to know that, and also for the audience to know that, so I thought I would tell you in order to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Woo! Swamp time!
Wrong time.
Swamp time. Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time. Tonga time!
Hard time. That's a quote from the worst Indiana Jones movie.
Which is?
Crystal Skull, right?
Yeah, of course.
I was going to say. Well, I don't know if my views on that align with yours. That's why I
Oh,
wanted to
no.
make sure.
Do they?
Oh, no, Crystal Skull was the worst.
Oh,
You were
okay.
correct.
I was gonna have to beat you to death.
I was
No.
gonna say, I don't think there's a
You're
person
gonna beat
alive
me to
that's
death.
really
Yeah.
wanting to defend that movie for what it is.
Your opinion doesn't align with mine, so I'm going to beat you to death.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't on anything except that, but that is deserving of being beaten to death.
Thinking that Crystal Skull is an okay movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's worthy of being
You're-
beaten to death.
You're provably wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nathan, I feel like you got to start a service where you hire agents that specifically go out and find people who like Crystal Skull, and they just
beat them
proceed
into
to
a
beat
bloody
them
I'd
to
go out
death.
of business really fast because nobody likes Crystal Skull. It's a terrible, terrible movie. Nobody liked it.
Right,
It
but
was
it's
bad.
you would be doing a godly service because those people need to be purged from the
But they
bloodline.
don't even exist. That's the problem.
You'd be surprised. People have some pretty trash opinions. The internet is a lawless place. I'll say that much. Snuff the
You
flame.
the last one? It's the last.
Yes.
I think so. I don't remember where we really
I
got
think
to.
it's the last one. If I turn out this tiny flame, the big flame goes boo-boo. Yep. Nope. One more. One more! Which is weird. Why do they don't... I mean, if you were going to do a pattern like that, why did you do 4? Whatever.
I'm glad because I hate Fair and Swamp and I don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
But it's got so much cool shit in
Frankly,
it!
I'm annoyed that there are 3.
It's got so much cool shit in it!
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does!
This is the worst area of any Dark Souls game.
It's got,
the
like,
weird
2 ash
poison
sets and...
swamp that they always add.
What about the one that was in the first Dark Souls?
No!
The one where you
Bad.
could fall into,
No!
the one where you could fall into death pits and shit.
No. Oh, Tomb of Giants? Yeah, that was annoying also.
Nothing wrong with a good death pit.
There's nothing wrong with
Problem was that it was
every
just
now and
pitch
again.
black and like,
There's a... I hear
you just
clicking.
didn't know.
Soul of a nameless warrior, soldier, whatever the fuck.
Something's around here.
I hear clicking, yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be a basilisk or something that's gonna fall.
The basilisk. We must blind it with the phoenix. That's
Oh, there's one right there. I freaking see one.
Huh?
See the
Oh,
basilisk
yeah, the
up
curse
there?
fuckers. If I breathe on you enough, you'll get coronavirus
With
and
their
die.
big googly eyeballs. I hate you. I hate you. Get away from me. I hate you.
We'll just step away from the
Stay
phone.
away. I'm gonna
Step away from the portal.
beat you to death like you like the crystal skull.
He's exacting his vengeance on the movie.
I'm really excited for them to make a new Indiana Jones.
Are they actually
I
going
don't
to do
know
that?
why
Yeah.
you would be
No, I'm
excited.
not. It's gonna be bad.
I can't imagine that Harrison Ford has the range of athletics that he used to.
At least I've heard that they're going to, and the only reason that Harrison Ford agreed to be in a Star Wars film is if they agreed to make another Indiana Jones.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh no.
I thought he agreed to that because he wanted Han Solo to die.
No, I think he wanted Han Solo to die because he didn't want to make any more Star Wars movies.
Which
Well, he
is
wanted Han Solo to die
perfectly
in the second one, didn't he? Like
What?
instead of the kryptonite thing.
Sorry, I was panicking. Say that again.
I'm pretty sure there's ash
Yeah,
in
no,
there,
I saw
but
it. I just wanted to hear about it.
I'm pretty sure that Harrison Ford wanted Han Solo to die instead of like get carbonite frozen. But like everybody was like, nah, man, he needs character development. He's like, nah, bro, fuck that.
Yeah, I think it's because he didn't want to be in any more movies.
Yeah, he didn't want to, because he was the only like distinguished actor out of all the people who were, you know, a part of those movies.
That's a good fucking point. Like, there's not a lot of other movies that the Star Wars actors and actresses have been in other than Star Wars. Or maybe it's just the fact that we only ever remember them from Star Wars.
Mark Hamill's
No, Mark Hamill's in a
every
bunch of shit.
cartoon
Mark Hamill's-
and
yeah.
video game ever made.
Very true.
He's a very good voice actor. Fucking Firelord Ozai and the Joker and all kinds of shit.
I don't know what Fire Lord Ozai is.
He's from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh,
He's the big bad villain.
So I guess Nathan and I have that in common, that we have yet to see that series at all.
It's good. It's very, very good. I don't know if it's nostalgia speaking when I say that, but I mean,
I heard that it won awards and shit.
Yes, it's like the only cartoon to win some sort of character development award or
I remember
something.
seeing what you're talking about.
I-
yeah.
I might be misspeaking, but they did win like a really prestigious award, and that's the only kid show to ever get an award like that. So right there's your cultural significance.
Yeah.
But no, it has a lot of really great like life lessons and shit. So I don't know. It was good growing up with. I've watched it like twice in my 20s already, but you know, again, it might have just
I
been nostalgia.
don't know where this last fire is.
That being said, I fucking hate Legend of Korra. It is
Really?
ass.
I like Legend of Zelda.
Korra, not Zelda. Zelda's fine.
Legend of Zelda is fine in my book.
He's.
Pretty sure he's trying to teabag.
I think he's fucking with you.
Yeah, he is fucking.
You're just fucking with me.
No, Legend of Korra, like the continuation of Avatar in that series was just dog shit in my mind.
I don't know Legend of Zelda and Avatar took place in the same universe.
Nathan, I will physically beat you. I will stuff a gag pipe down your throat and I will force feed
stuff
you
a
while I put you
bagpipe
in.
down my throat.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Every time you
My
cough will be a
hearing.
new note.
My hearing is a bit bad.
Your hearing's bad?
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be kind of cool to have a bagpipe in your stomach, because then you could just scream like in an open field and have the Irish roar behind you.
That would be genuinely terrifying for a lot of different reasons.
Talk about a rebel yell, right?
Hello. Oh, that's dead. Okay.
Yeah, it is. He is very dead.
I had a big
You
old
are going in
spoon.
circles, I will tell you
Yes,
that.
I know. I don't know where this last fight is. I remember it being around this big Skeksis dragon.
Damn, all the
hello.
names. I just know Big Thing. Big Thing number 1.
That's not his
Stick.
actual name, but he looks like a Skeksis from the Dark Crystal.
Kinda does, yeah.
That.
I've only seen a bit of that movie, and by a bit of that movie, I mean I once walked in on my sister watching it and decided to watch a bit of it.
It's very good. I like it a lot.
When you start a sentence off with "I walked in on," I always immediately go to a worst case scenario place.
I'm sure. I know. I believe that.
Are you gonna be okay over there?
I'm fine.
You're like really falling in, aren't you?
Well, that's the thing. Normally when I drink, I don't talk out loud, so I don't normally get to like have a fucking...
Well, this was your idea.
Yeah, it was my idea. That's an awesome idea.
I get talky when I drink, but I don't think this is even gonna get me close.
I really have no
Well,
idea.
you've only
to
drank
any-
like fucking 20.
I will chug the rest of it. It won't do anything.
Do it. Oh, he's doing it.
I mean, look at this motherfucker.
Noah's doing it. There he goes. He did
It won't do anything to me.
All right.
The rum I drink is like 35. That was like what?
21%.
Yeah,
but
that
it
ain't
was
gonna-
half rum and half mixer.
That ain't gonna top shit.
Time will tell.
I'm willing to tell.
Time will tell.
Anyway.
Alcohol loosens my tongue. That's all I'm trying to say.
Anyway, earlier when I mentioned having a story about not having legs, this is gonna sound kind of bad, but here's that fucking story.
What fucking score? Oh, that's a crap. Okay.
So, as we all know, I'm making a video game, and as we all know, the video game's going to have some characters. It's going to be kind of like a fighting roster where there's really like not a main character, but there's a lot of characters from a lot of different places. They're all going to be super unique and kind of abstract and stuff like that. And so, one of the characters has prosthetic legs.
I forgot about the giant. Continue.
One of the characters has prosthetic legs. Now, seeing as how I am not a person with prosthetic legs or any kind of disability, like anywhere kind of near close to missing limbs, me and our technical lead, Nick, were kind of worried about, like, you know, are we doing this character justice? Does it look correct? So, I decided to create a Reddit account,
Oh God.
and then I decided to go to r/amputee.
Oh God.
And I literally created a post that said, would this character design be considered ableist or offensive? I'm an indie dev who's currently working on a fighting game similar to Puyo Puyo Tetris. Basically, it's a hybrid of a match 3 puzzle game, yada yada. I explained to him what I'm doing, I explained the character's backstory, and I provided a picture of what he looks like, and I am absolutely fucking stunned at the responses that I got. Just so we're clear, like, I don't want to offend anybody, and that's exactly what I said in my post. I wanted to make sure that this character, like, was on the level and as representative of the situation as possible. So that is why I got on Reddit and said, hey, folks
Yes.
with similar
The
disabilities.
lawful haven of Reddit.
Yeah. Well, because that's the thing. Like, I know if there was something wrong with it, like, everybody would immediately
Attack
jump
it,
on my
yeah.
ass for it, right? So, got on Reddit and I explained my situation, showed them all the character, and I am honestly, like, kind of impressed and humbled by the amount of responses that I got. Just because they were all so really nice and understanding.
Damn.
And I feel real good. I feel good about it, because here's what's up. Our
He's
character...
adjusting his pants. Oh, he got his phone out. I was like, he does not give a fuck about that kill. Continue, sorry.
Our character's wearing shorts, and he also has prosthetic legs.
Right.
So you can see his prosthetic legs.
Right.
And I was like, you know, is it correct to have a character with prosthetic limbs wearing shorts as if he's showing them off? Or would it be more offensive to try to conceal them, just as in, like, he's ashamed
I don't
of
know.
them?
I feel
or
like
something
showing
that?
them off would probably put off the, like, he's proud of it vibe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the character that I created has shorts and prosthetic legs, and I was like, "Hey, people of Reddit, is this okay? Is this pretty similar to
Do you get the internet seal of approval?
Yeah, do I get the internet seal of approval? I've gotten, I want to say, like 9 different responses, and they are all, yes, I absolutely wear shorts because getting my prosthetic legs into long pants is a massive pain in the ass, and it's also really fucking hot. And I was like,
fair.
okay, that makes perfect sense. I totally get you now. And some people were like, yeah, I'm a writer as well as an amputee. Keep me posted on the video game. And this guy right here was like, yeah, there are plenty of other examples of people in video games with prosthetic limbs. If you play Modern Warfare 3, I guess you can play as a bilateral amputee. And he's like above the knee, and you can see the entire prosthetic leg. And the dude isn't even wearing that one pant leg, so you can fucking see it. So like, I feel like I did good by designing that character.
Well, I feel like it's kind of like the piratey vibe, you know? Wow, you got...
Not even that, like, I wanted to give everybody a backstory that kind of leads them to being in this game in the first place, which takes place on another planet. You gotta play in a big galactic tournament for it, so... This dude's backstory is he basically got screwed over on Earth. He was involved in a workplace accident that ended up losing both of his legs. And he got screwed over by workman's comp, and they never gave him any money. So instead of wallowing in his debt, what he did was he snuck aboard a ship for another planet, and he plans to win the tournament on that planet and win enough money to live in peace somewhere else. And I was like, hell yeah.
How did he get the limbs, then?
Well, he lost them on that workplace accident.
Well, yeah, I know, but how did he get the prosthetic ones if he got fucked over by work?
He ended up spending his money on that.
Oh, okay.
He needs to walk, Noah.
Well, no, I'm not, like, objecting to him walking. I'm just saying, like, where does the money come from? If you want to go in depth, tell me about the money!
I'm not going in depth, Noah. Everybody gets one fucking paragraph being like, hey, this is where this fucking character comes from, and that's it. Wow, you're getting
Nathan,
shit rocked out of you.
You might want to ditch the hammer. I don't think it's fast enough.
Yeah, silence.
Something to whip your...
Silence! Silence, chode.
This is my weapon of choice for this entire playthrough. You're also going to have to like it.
You said that about like a sword and a halberd a while
I was
ago.
going to say, talking shit about the halberd last playthrough. But yeah, people seem to enjoy it, and people seem to agree that he should be wearing shorts. And that's coming from an entire Reddit board of actual people with prosthetic limbs. So, hell yeah. Feel glad that I had my head in the right place and wasn't trying to offend anybody and nobody's taking it incorrectly.
I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's, the pirate captain vibe. Like, if they have a peg leg, they want to show it off.
It's not a fucking peg leg.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, in my mind, it's coming from the same kind of, like, look at me. I have a really cool scar here,
And some
like,
of the people
why don't you ask me about how I lost my leg?
And
it's
some
a cool
of the people
story.
on the fucking board are like that, but some people were also like, yeah, your story's just a bit true to life. The same thing happened to me because workman's comp in North Dakota really sucks, and I had to go out of fucking the country in order to get a prosthetic limb because it was so expensive.
That's why people are starting to 3D
Yeah,
print stuff out of like
competent
titanium.
for
Yeah, there you fucking go.
Yeah. Because,
I've got the large dumb going on here today.
you got the large dumb. You don't have big brain?
Yeah, no, I'm small brain today.
Small brain. My friends and I found out last night that we all share a collective brain cell between the three of us. We're like the Fates with the eyeball, but with a brain cell. Because we were trying to survive in a jungle last night, and it didn't work out too well.
I like that. The face, but with the brain cell instead of an eyeball.
Well, then there was a point where we all kept dying, and we were like, "Who the fuck dropped the brain cell?" Couldn't fucking find it anywhere.
That's brilliant. I like that.
So why do you think you have small cell brain today?
I just walked right past this earlier.
Well, I mean, it's a swamp. Isn't the whole point of the swamp to get lost in it?
Well, I did.
That's kind of the way this whole fucking game works. It's just like, yeah, here's an entire world to get lost in and get your shit pushed in by.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Dark Souls.
isn't like the whole point of this game to make you question, why you get mad?
Sexuality.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I
I already told you I
That's what
sexually
it's all
identify
about,
as the
man.
fucking Doug Dimmadome hat. It's
Crazy.
crazy.
the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Timmy Turner, my name is Doug Dibbadam Dibbadam Dibbadome. Honor the Dimsdale Dimmadome. My kid was pushed into lemonade slavery. Wait, was that the right episode? Yeah. He found it. Yeah, Timmy found his son, he was just squeezing lemons or something for a lemonade stand.
I wish my father was here. And then he just shows up.
Timmy! You
Hello,
found my long lost son!
My name is Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
I'm here to fuck your shit up for child labor.
Did you see that one guy that made a Doug Dimmadome cosplay that actually had
Yeah,
a
that
really
went all the
fucking
way-
tall ass hat?
Yeah, and he went to Burger King and put a Burger King crown on it.
No, I was talking about the one where he was playing basketball and he was using it to point guard and block shots and shit. Because it actually went up like 20 fucking feet. He was using it to actually block shots.
I
I would love that.
incredibly trapped.
Nathan!
That's a problem.
Take the tagline of the series and get good.
I got stuck behind a tree.
It's okay.
He's no longer stuck.
It's okay, he's warming up everybody.
Oh god,
Yeah, that
thing
one's
is fucking. It is all over the place. That thing
Yeah.
is spooky.
If you leave them be for long enough after you take so much health off them, they go into like Mambo number 5 levels of rage, and
This
they
is
just,
Mambo number
they
5.
just fucking. You know that guy said that he was gonna release Mambo number 6 when the quarantine's over.
Are you serious?
Yes. I mean, I'm sure he's fucking with us, but like, he
I
did.
hope he's not.
He did tweet that or Facebook it or something. I remember seeing a Facebook about it. Yeah, I mean, it could have completely
been
been
a Photoshop,
falsified.
yeah.
But could have been completely falsified. But
You know
still,
what's weird about that track is I've only ever heard the version where they mashed it up with the soundtrack of Undertale.
oh yeah.
Yeah. They replaced all the instruments with ones from the Undertale soundtrack, and it sounded fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vocoder his voice all
he's
weird.
headed towards one of the lords. Oh no!
Keep
You were too
going.
close.
Oh shit!
The
Oh,
Dark
fuck.
Blade. He's going to fuck you.
I've got better poise. No, I don't.
Nope. No, you
Ooh,
don't.
you is dead.
I
Aggro
stay
both
back
of
away
them.
from them boys.
I'm going to kill them both.
Huh? No, let them kill the other guys first and then kill them. Be an opportunist, Nathan.
I'm going to kill them both. I'm going to kill their friends, their family.
You were in a very ragey mood today.
They're like animals.
They're like
I'll
animals.
slaughter them like animals.
Alright, Anakin Skywalker.
I hate them.
Calm down.
Those movies are terrible.
No, they're not!
Yes, they are.
I love the prequels. Leave
They
them alone.
are genuinely awful.
How
They had
dare
really
you.
good music. Probably the
How
best music
dare
in
you.
They did have good music. I cannot argue that.
You can't. Yeah, I was gonna say Duel of
John
the Fates.
Williams does not make good music, but George Lucas just doesn't make good movies.
Nathan, why are you doing this to me?
You know it's true.
No, it's not. It's a staple of a generation of people.
Well, it's
I
bad.
don't know, man. Like that generation of people was all like, "Oh yeah, these movies are awesome," and then like the ones who were like, "Actually, these are kind of dog shit." I don't know why. They get just kind of pushed back by the fanboys. And they're like, "No, our movies are awesome," and then like nowadays, that's just kind of like the accepted truth that the prequels all just kind of suck. Wow, that was dog shit. Neither of those characters had shit for health left. They still trashed you.
Prequel is bad.
He was one hit! Takes a long drag off cigarette. I don't know, man. The prequels hit home for me. Fuck you all. That's just my opinion, I guess.
It's fun to have that opinion, but you should be aware that it's the wrong one.
Nathan, I will fully agree with you right now that the sequel trilogy is ass.
Sequel trilogy
Disney ruined Star
is
Wars.
bad, but
I will
I'm
stand
not
with
sure
you on that.
that it's actually worse than the prequel trilogy.
The prequels were fine.
I think they're probably as bad as each other.
They added so much to the world.
They added nothing.
How did they not add
Samuel
anything?
L. Jackson because George Lucas wanted money from black people.
Okay, now you're just saying shit.
Oh, that's...
I was gonna say George Lucas ain't fucking. Oh,
Mace
you're
Windu
talking
was
about
already
Mace
in the
Windu?
canon as an
Yeah.
African American man. What are you talking about?
An African American man in a galaxy far, far away.
Yes! God!
I mean, if
people
we really
are killing me here.
I mean, if we really look at it from that angle, the whole humans being in it in the first place is kind of a fucking.
yeah,
stretch,
you think it'd
honestly.
all be aliens then, huh?
Yeah.
Who's racist now?
Sure, whatever.
I'm not racist. I think that Star Wars is stupid.
Well, see, there's your problem right
The
there. Wait.
original-
If you don't like it, why
The original
why are you telling me my
trilogy-
opinion's wrong?
The original trilogy of movies are good.
Yes.
And then the prequel trilogy is bad. And then the sequel trilogy is also bad.
I don't agree with the prequel one, but you were correct on the other two. He's gonna purge your soul for not liking Star Wars.
I don't know, man. It looks like he's got a bit of health left. He might just come back and win this for
Probably.
me, who shares a relatively similar opinion. Although I can say that I
I
have
don't
not
know.
seen the sequels, and therefore really am in no.
Well, I
position
mean,
to
yeah, you don't need to. They don't add anything.
judge.
They really don't.
I'm glad that's the common ground that we can all kind of.
No, we can all stand on that, but I will die on the hill that the prequels are okay. At least. I won't say that they're masterpieces by any means. They're nowhere... I will agree that they're nowhere close to the original trilogy. But they are good.
The only reason that the original trilogy wasn't ruined is because after the first movie, they pushed George Lucas out of the director's chair.
They did not push him out. He made an elected decision to step down.
That was wise, because he would have ruined them. Like he ruined the prequel trilogy because it was bad.
No, Nathan. No.
It was.
No.
I'm loving
Yeah.
this.
You are incorrect. Unfortunately.
It was bad.
All
I don't
I'm
want to
saying
fight
is-
about this because you
Just saying.
here's the thing. You
Just
said
saying.
that you don't like Star Wars at all, so like
No,
It's
here's-
unfair for
here's
you to
why
just be
I
like,
say
"Oh,
that.
brand it
Here's
all."
why I say that. Judging exclusively by the movies, right?
uh-huh.
Originally, I liked 50% of the movies. I liked
Okay.
the original trilogy, and I felt like that was a strong enough ratio to say that I liked Star Wars.
Okay.
And they made 3 new movies, 4 new movies actually, 5 if you include Rogue One and
No.
Solo, and those were both also bad.
Rogue One was okay. I never
No,
watched
it
Solo.
wasn't. And then the other
Oh my
3
God.
that they made were bad, and so now I like 3 of like 12,
12
movies.
fucking movies.
And
I like literally 25%
yeah,
of Star
it's
Wars.
no longer enough liking to
Consider yourself a fan of the series as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
Okay, well, alright, so, in the original trilogy, all of the story was George Lucas. Now, he did only direct the first one, you're right. The other 2, I forget who they were, actually, because I think they traded off, like, once or twice.
George Lucas's weakness is dialogue. The dialogue in the prequel trilogy
You could say that about
is
anything
terrible.
other than
It's
Tarantino.
terrible. No, the dialogue in the prequel trilogy is exceptionally bad.
How?
The dialogue in the sequel trilogy is even better.
How?
It's
Speak
just
to
like,
me on these
it's like
issues.
stiff and like.
Well, they were in a fucking
And
war,
George
Nathan. What do you
Lucas-
want?
George Lucas, I think, is a robot or an alien and doesn't understand how.
I don't think you
human
just
beings
like George
talk.
Lucas.
I don't, but I don't. But I also, it's because his movies are bad.
Did you ever play any of the games outside of the movie canvas?
Yes, a lot of the games are really, really good.
Okay. Well, then why do you say that Star Wars is bad?
Because the movies, which is, I think everyone can agree, the main part of Star Wars,
Is the movie.
most of them are bad.
I don't know. I hope that they do a lot with the Old Republic. I guess they're calling it High Republic, but if they do those wrong, I will
They
be very
will.
upset.
I don't know
Bet
whether
you
there's
know
any
they're gonna do
question
wrong.
if they will.
I will be very upset because actually, Old Republic is my favorite period
They were
time.
they were looking to fucking declare that shit non-canon for the
They
second
already
new
no, they did, and then they were like, "Oh, we could make movies about this." There's,
Yeah,
it's
asshole,
such
you
a
fucking
lawless
could.
time because there's actually 9 or 10 novels that are set in that time period with actually really good content in them. So even just the fucking tale of Revan is fucking flawless.
Nice job.
No,
That's
there's
the
another
second
phase and I'm going to lose.
Yeah, the
So I'm
second
not
phase
paying
is
attention.
much harder. Because he
all
wants
I'm
to
saying
disprove
is
me.
the fucking. Here's the thing. They don't respect the fucking old shit. They don't respect any of that stuff. They declare it non-canon, and they're gonna fuck the movies up.
Mandalorian was good.
Despite the fact that that is probably the most interesting part in the entirety of the Star Wars lexicon.
Is Old Republic?
Yeah, you can do so much with it. You don't have to follow around the same fucking 8 characters every
No,
goddamn
and
movie. You
the-
can beat anyone. Everybody in that universe has a wonderful story to tell, and they're not doing it.
Yeah, and I
They're gonna
hope,
find some way to fuck it up. That's all I'm saying.
I hope that they peel with the novels because each novel was set after the effects of the novel before it.
Yeah.
but it was all different characters. You know, I really hope they go into the Sith Acolyte stuff. I really hope they go into, like, the civil war between the Jedi, the Mandalorians helped out. I really hope we get the scene where Mandalorians figure out that they're just like, I'll just use shotguns on these stupid motherfuckers because they can't deflect, like, projectile-based shit. I don't know, man.
The worst part about Star Wars is the Force, the Jedi, and the Sith.
Nathan, why? That's
If
literally
you
like
take
all of it.
that out and just have like
You just want Star Trek at that point.
no,
No.
but like it's like the Wild West in space.
Hollowed, I
It's
think.
like interesting.
Is that what that
I
is?
probably am.
Yeah.
I've got the hollow thing going on.
Right. I just thought that medallion up there. I was
But like
trying to figure that out.
yeah, I like the Force is just like boring and the Jedi
Well, the
are
Force is
boring.
such a non-defined thing.
No, it is. It's midichlorians.
No.
They gave it a name in the prequels. Remember,
Yeah,
Noah?
let's remember all the terrible things about the prequels, like midichlorians, which
Yes.
thankfully
I agree.
Disney
The
made
midichlorians
the wise
did fuck
decision
that up.
to,
You're
like,
correct. However, it was
not
just trying to
make
provide a
mention of that.
scientific reason why people are so attuned with the Force.
Which kind
They
of
shouldn't
defeats the
have.
purpose.
I
There was
understand
it's
that.
supposed to be
point in
space
that.
magic. It's not supposed to be space
Well,
science.
it's not really space magic. It's just
Yeah, it is.
it's the flow of energy between objects in the universe.
space magic.
That
It's
no,
not space science.
I don't think
Yoda-
If you
it's space
explain it,
magic.
it becomes boring.
Yoda should never have had a lightsaber, and he should never have used it to fight.
Nathan, we had the best scenes. Do you know how fucking Yoda fights? He fights like a frog on meth, like a Beyblade, man. He just goes.
represented the whole point of Yoda was that like you go into it expecting a
wise
Jedi
old man.
master to be like a powerful warrior, and Yoda was like a
Yes,
little
and that is
frog,
it is
and you're
teaching
like,
you.
oh, Yoda represents the spiritual side of the Force.
You're correct.
And then he's like a little jackass with like a sword, and you're like, well, that ruins everything. That
Well-
ruins Yoda's entire character.
Yoda is
Sorry,
not
Yoda.
masteried in the
Size
saber.
matters not, as he said, and
Yes, it
that's
does.
ruined.
You're correct. Size does not matter.
Because there's no way, there's no
Are you-
way that a 2 foot tall frog could beat a 6 foot tall man in a fight. It's just not
Well,
going to happen. You're kidding yourself.
So you're
Yoda.
basing this argument off of Count Dooku, right?
Anybody.
That was so the Count Dooku and Yoda fight was to show you how powerful the dark side even was at a basic level. Because Count Dooku was a Jedi Master before he was a Sith.
Show you how powerful it was to have this dark side man face off.
It just, I mean,
And
like,
technically,
Yoda's
the Master
entire
of the
character
Order
is
was
just
Mace
ruined.
Windu. Because he was the most powerful. The only reason why Jedi looked to Yoda for all that was because during the Clone Wars, Mace Windu passed his duties off to Yoda because he wanted more involvement in the war.
Yoda was just like, he was an interesting character in the original trilogy, and then they made him uninteresting in the prequel.
Well, I mean, his survivability was the only reason why he was there.
No, he was
No one's
there.
gonna go
He was
fucking
there
hunt
to
a
show
frog.
you that there was more to the Force than just swinging a big sword around like a jackass.
You're being very hypercritical.
He is also laying down some straight hard facts.
I am passionate about how bad the prequels are
I don't understand why, though.
because they ruined Star Wars.
How did they ruin... Okay, that's what I'm not understanding. How did they ruin it particularly?
They ruined the Force. They ruined the lightsaber.
How did they ruin the lightsaber?
So the lightsaber was like...
I like how we're playing Dark Souls. Continue.
Yeah, I'm just like not even paying attention to this fight. I'm just dying over and over again. So Darth Vader was like a fallen Jedi. Oh, that's another thing. They ruined Darth Vader. Let's get that out of the way also.
Well, the entire tale of Star Wars is the tragedy of Darth Vader.
Yeah, it wasn't a tragedy. Sorry.
How was it not a
he was
tragedy?
stupid. Okay, Anakin was stupid, and he was a petulant child, and nobody ever liked him, and I was glad to see him get bested. And it wasn't a tragedy because first movie, annoying child.
Yes.
Second movie, petulant, weird, little angsty little boy.
Yes.
Third movie, he was just evil the whole time.
Yes. It's showing
Why
you...
was that a tragedy?
It's
Where
showing
was the
you the
tragedy?
phases of him. Okay, so in the first movie, he was a
Where
child.
was the tragedy?
Yes, can I speak on this?
Tell me.
Don't look at me like you're gonna
Tell
kill
me
me
where it
because my
was.
opinion's different.
Tell me where this...
Okay, so Anakin Skywalker, the entirety of what Star Wars was supposed to be was the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker. And I guess in the last movie, the redemption of him. But, it was very subtle. In the first movie, You see Anakin at a pivotal point of the dark side. He fears losing his mother. He fears not being good enough. He fears all this shit. Right?
Yeah.
What did Yoda say? Fear leads to hate. No, wait, I'm sorry. Fear leads to anger. In the second movie, he was angry all the fucking time. And he killed all those sand people out of anger. And
So
the third
Yoda was
movie,
right.
in the third movie, Yoda said anger leads to hate. Anakin hated everything. He hated that the council didn't like him. He hated that, he wasn't given more responsibility. He hated that, people saw him as the chosen one when he didn't want to be the chosen one. And then the fourth thing Yoda said was hate leads to suffering. Darth Vader is the suffering part of Anakin Skywalker.
True, but also, I don't much enjoy this character.
I understand that, but
it
I'm
doesn't
saying...
seem like a tragedy when there was no point at all when I was like, oh, poor Anakin.
I will
Because
agree
he was,
with you.
Like, terrible the whole time.
I will agree with you that the prequels were not set up in the best way possible. However...
That's because George Lucas is a hack.
However, you have very staple characters that, have these very good moral fibers and foundations. I think that's what I enjoy the most about Star Wars is, each Jedi was significantly different than the last one. The only thing they had together was the Force, their attitude towards thinking they have to protect all of it,
Yeah.
That's
fine.
okay. Prequel, movies aside, Star Wars as a whole, I will agree. Prequels were not the greatest thing on Earth, and I'm not saying that at all. That's not what I'm up here on my soapbox for. I'm just saying that to me, Star Wars just kind of shows all of these, really important aspects of life through wisdom and words, which a lot of people can't convey very well.
Well, I'm just basing it purely off of, I am a movie enthusiast.
Okay.
And as a movie enthusiast, the movies just aren't good. And when pitted, with the original trilogy, just a lot doesn't add up and they ruin a lot.
Well, the
So,
prequels were meant for a new generation of people.
So, lightsabers.
Like me. I was literally
talking about lightsabers at one point.
Yes, you didn't really speak much to that, actually.
The thing about lightsabers was that, Luke had a lightsaber.
Yes.
And Luke had a lightsaber because it belonged to Anakin or whatever, and then he made his own later. And then Darth Vader had a lightsaber because he was a fallen Jedi, and he made it red because he was evil. And that was in the original trilogy, this was
Red was the chosen of, you're
it's just it was a unique thing to Darth Vader. That's
was
why
red.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then and the reason I say that is because in the sixth one or the third one in the original trilogy, Darth Vader gives the Emperor Luke's lightsaber. He treats it mockingly because the Emperor doesn't have one because he's a super powerful wizard. He doesn't need one because he's just a wizard. Darth Vader was a fallen knight wizard, and that's why he had one.
Right.
And that's but then the prequels come along and it's just established that if you're evil, you've got a red lightsaber.
I can speak to why you have red lightsabers.
I'm sure that there
They
is.
did go and explain it, and I think they're explaining their explanations.
No,
I'm sure,
like,
but I'm talking about in the movies, this was a unique thing
Correct.
before there was any outside material
Right,
outside
exactly.
of the movies.
You're correct.
This was a unique thing to Darth Vader.
Right.
And then they undid all that,
Okay.
which I find to be annoying and
I-
kind of ruined it.
Because of the color red specifically, or just
Because the lightsaber was a unique thing that Darth Vader's was red because he was evil, and he had one because he was a Jedi previously.
Basically, the reason why there were lightsabers in it in the first place is because George Lucas was drawn up on samurai films. Everybody had a sword.
Well,
Everybody
the
was fighting
Jedi
with
are
a sword.
comparable to samurais.
Exactly.
That's why.
And that sword was a sacred thing, much like
Right.
Japanese
If you
culture.
lose it, if you chip it, yep.
Was
Exactly.
Darth Maul is the worst character ever made in a film.
I will agree with you.
And his lightsaber's retarded.
Yes, it's very impractical. I'll agree with you there.
It is cool looking though.
It's cool. It gave the fanboys a good, orgasm. The thing with Darth Maul is that he lives after that movie. I don't know
Yeah,
if you know
I know.
that.
I saw that in the Han Solo film, and
Yes.
my eyeballs rolled so far into the back of my head that
Well,
I could
he has-
see my
Your brain.
He has a very specific arc that takes place like in cartoons and books.
I'm a good
And
guy now.
No. He never becomes a good guy. But when he dies again by the hand of Kenobi when he's older and on Tatooine, his character is redeemed in a way. I mean, it's really hard to explain. I don't want to subject you to all this shit. But back to the lightsaber thing. The reason why red lightsabers are a thing is because your kyber crystal is supposed to like
Be alive.
No, amplify the force that flows through you to project the color that your connection most establishes with. So blue was the color of the Guardian, green was the color of the Counselor. Those are the only two colors that mattered. That's why in all the prequels except for Samuel Jackson, which I don't know why the fuck they chose purple either.
I
they
remember
chose
why.
it because Samuel L. Jackson mandated it to be.
Well, yes, he wanted purple. You're correct. That one, I'm sure there is something on it. I do not know of it.
I remember
But-
it as being like he was a Sith and now he's not, so
No.
they added the blue and the red.
Wait, Mace Windu was a Sith?
I remember him being some kind
I
of evil and him having some
don't-
kind of redemption.
Know anything about that? That doesn't sound right. But, yeah. So that is the reason why Darth Vader's lightsaber was red, because the force flowing through him genuinely was evil. Now, he had a stronger connection to the dark side, thus red kyber crystal.
That's fine. I understand that all of that is in the established universe, but
Right.
I'm just referring to the films.
Right,
as
and I
standalone
understand.
as they stand.
I think that's why I'm taking such a defensive stand on you, is because I know so much outside of these canon movies, and they mean a lot to me.
And I'm familiar with some of it because I played some of the game stuff, but I'm just
Yeah.
referring to the move,
Right.
pretending I don't know anything.
Right.
Just looking at the movies,
Just looking at the movies.
In my
it does make
opinion.
sense. Yeah.
they spoiled a lot of the sort of wonder that was in the original trilogy by
Trying to explain.
just
Right.
just cherry picking things that people would recognize to put in the prequel trilogy.
I
know
what that
Red
is.
That's a fair analysis. That is a fair analysis.
because he's evil, because he's got a red lightsaber.
Well, he has to be. He's a Sith acolyte. I mean, the black robes could have conveyed that the same way. Yeah, you got me there. I will admit that. The red was... I think the problem with the translation from the original trilogy to the prequels is that the prequels had to expand the universe massively, in 3 movies.
They didn't have to.
They really did, though. They had to get to the point where the Empire was such a huge fucking
The
deal.
problem is that there didn't have to be a prequel trilogy.
Why wouldn't there have to be a prequel trilogy?
Because the story had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
I know, but people wanted more.
And that's
But
the problem.
That's the problem, is that when people want more, you leave them wanting more. That's...
In the same vein of that, though, Lucasfilms was diving off into all these video games and shit, like Rogue One.
And they were doing a
Squadron
good job
and
because they
Dark
had Pandemic
Forces.
and LucasArts. And guess what happened to Pandemic and LucasArts? They both got bought up by EA and shit on, and they died.
What? I don't think... No, LucasArts is managed by
They're not.
Disney now. isn't it?
No, they don't make shit anymore.
I
They're
thought
gone.
LucasArts was.
I don't know if you saw that, but they ended up selling all of the LucasArts games on Steam for about $8 because the studio closed.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm looking
Now
up
that I
Mace
can't
Windu's
speak anything
lightsaber.
to, but I'm just saying, there was such a huge market for that, George Lucas, and, the original trilogy was completely funded by George Lucas, other than the first movie, which he just wanted merchandising rights for.
Disney has shut down LucasArts. The Mouse announced today that it will be laying off all 150 employees at the game publishing division of Lucasfilm.
When was that?
That was in 2013.
That sounds right. Because that's about when they stopped. Yeah, because now they've marketed Jedi, Star Wars game, Fallen Order. That's an EA game.
Exactly.
EA Respawn game.
What happened
So-
after Disney took over was they were like, all right, so we now have all this power. We have to find somebody else to make these games. And we went with EA because those are the only people that these fucking twat-ass marketing execs know of. They're like, I've heard of EA. They've been around forever. Let's stick with EA. Problem is, EA fucking sucks and they make trash. And of all of the new movies that they've been coming out with, of all the new movies, what are we talking, like 4 now, plus the Han Solo thing or whatever?
That one was terrible.
I never
That
watched
movie
Solo.
was
Neither did
I heard it was shit, so I
Yeah.
never went and saw it.
very
They
bad.
made what? Four new movies? How many games have they made?
Not many. Lego ones, for sure.
Battlefront 2,
Those were remakes.
Fallen Order.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mhm.
You know how many fucking games LucasArts pumped out during that time that all had the goddamn Star Wars branding on it? And they were all really fucking good.
Yeah. But that's
All of
because
them.
that was a specific division of people
Exactly.
that were passionate about the project already.
Exactly.
And whereas EA probably
EA is a
That's
fucking
why-
slave-driving murder farm
that's
that
why
eats
EA
studios.
mixed that down to Respawn, actually.
God damn right.
Um,
Fuck them.
I
That's
like
all I
EA.
have to say.
No, Fallen Order was good.
I'm just saying that Kid Rising.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say,
like
like,
EA.
I didn't even-
Nobody actually likes EA.
I don't think I've actually heard anybody
No.
really come
Everybody
back
in the
for
world hates them.
EA.
They've literally gotten worst company to work for in America twice in a row.
Good for them.
It's
Let's
needed.
shoot for 3, boys.
Shoot for 3. I'm gonna drink the rest of that fucking soda I got over there.
I'm trying
Well,
to think of what else.
I'm trying to like speed. I'm not trying to change your opinion, but you know.
No, I understand that. I'm just telling you why.
I know, and I'm telling you why I think it. You know, we're just debating. I hope you see. You know, I can't speak to just the movies themselves because you know I have such a background with everything else.
Yeah.
And the thing to know about it is like if you take the prequel trilogy as it is, like imagine if that was all that Star Wars was.
It would be pretty fucking good.
It'd be alright.
I
When you
don't
compare
know
it to the
that I
shit that came
agree.
before it, it's like, dude.
I don't know that I agree, and the reason that I'm not sure that I agree is because the whole reason that the prequels were made was that Darth Vader rose to such an incredible level of popularity
Right.
that they wanted to make movies about it. And if you didn't know who Darth Vader was, then your main character is just an unlikable prick.
That is a
for
very
three
good
That,
films.
that's a good point. That is a
Yeah.
good point. I don't know. In the movies, I feel like the entirety of all of them is to show the pain of Darth Vader, and even the pain after the death of Darth Vader, like with Kylo Ren. Now, I'm not saying Adam Driver fucking carried those goddamn movies on his back, by the way.
Did he really?
Yes, Adam Driver is such a good fucking... I mean, he just kind of got handed a shit, you know, hand.
I just looked at the guy and I was like, this guy ain't a fucking...
He
I
does not look like a...
No, he does not
a
look like
villain.
a-
He looked like he
no.
was going to cry the whole movie.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Every-
But
That's
he,
kind of
he's,
the way he looks, though.
he's a very good actor, though, in my opinion.
I don't
I'm
doubt
sure
that.
he is.
I've seen him in like Black Klansman and stuff, and
I heard that
There's a couple other ones.
Marriage Story was
yeah,
really good.
that one's on Netflix. I've seen that one too. He's a really good actor. I think it was purely just because I've seen the scripts for the last Star Wars movie that came out. I can't even The Rise of Skywalker or whatever. I've seen like the actual playwright scripts from a different director that they didn't go with. So much better. So much fun. They go back to Coruscant and the old Jedi Temple. Like so much cool shit happens, and they just didn't go with it, which is bullshit. Instead,
What
they
was the
played
director
hopscotch.
of that movie?
J.J. Abrams,
J.J.
which was the one who directed
J.J.
one of the originals, right?
Abrams directed the first of the sequel trilogy.
Yes,
J.J. Abrams, the problem with the third movie
but he's also a Star Trek director.
is that
True.
J.J. Abrams wrote the third movie.
Yes,
He didn't write the first one. He
or
just
God forbid
directed
the
it.
second one.
And he was okay at directing it, and that's why that one is the best of the three. But he also wrote the third one, which is the worst of the three, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, the third one doesn't make any topical amount of fucking cream sense to me.
However, I do like the Emperor. It is the only redeeming
Well,
he
I
shouldn't
mean-
have been in it, but
No, he shouldn't have done.
he was.
I mean, where the
when
fuck
he
did
was in it,
Snoke come
he was
from?
Good. Pickle jar.
Snoke just fucking popped
Don't you
up.
remember? He came out of a pickle jar, and the Emperor had a bunch of them. Like that.
That's true. I thought they were just failed clones of him or something.
No, I don't know. Maybe. Why
I
you
think
fucking mean, Fred?
I
Go
think the
fuck
sequel
Canada.
trilogy was left more to interpretation than it should have been.
I think it was bad.
No, it was bad, and that's
think
what I
it was-
mean.
I think it shouldn't have been made.
And you know what?
That's the
I will
problem.
agree with
See,
you.
you give Disney a hot property that hot, and they're like, I gotta do something with it. Let's fuck it up and sell some merchandise, baby. Let's sell a bunch of fucking Porg plushies and whatever the fuck that ball droid was that sold like... Yeah, that one.
Gotta give him credit, though, because Porgs, I mean, that was freaking genius. That idea was... Did you know the reason behind Porgs?
No, I didn't.
The islands that they were filming the...
They had like... Oh, they had puffins,
they
right?
had so many puffins.
Yeah,
they
that's what it was.
them out of the movie, so they just turned them
It's
into...
like, I feel
they're
like I know a little bit about
let's
that.
make them into this adorable, merchandisable little creature.
That right
And then
there is the way to
billions
do
of
it.
people will buy them.
Unfortunately. I mean,
I-
like,
Props,
with what you give
props for that. Because
Again,
that's
I
an
think-
incredibly good idea.
I think the sequel trilogy was more so made for another generation of people. You know, that's why we can look at it with such hypercritical, you know, viewpoints on it. Whereas if a kid saw that, they'd think it's amazing. You know.
Yes. The problem with that line of reasoning, though, is that if you keep trying to make your films for a new audience, you eventually end up losing the audience that you already had.
Okay, but think about that. You know, Revenge of the Sith came out when? Like
Shit, baby, I don't know.
2004?
Something like that.
Yeah, like almost, you know, at least 10 years ago, if not more. Like more like 15 probably.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's enough time for people, you know, that's all I'm saying.
My point in saying that is that, unfortunately, the person who
Almost.
did it
Almost
best was J.K. Rowling. She started with films for kids, and then as those kids grew
Oh, Harry
up,
Potter, right.
those films stayed with them.
Right, exactly.
And then when it ended, it fucking ended. And they
Right.
didn't make any goddamn more. They
Well,
made a couple of spin-offs.
They're still making spin-offs.
They're still making spin-offs, but they didn't make any more in the main line.
You're correct.
If they would have just done that, that'd have been ideal.
Mhm.
That'd have been perfect.
I'll agree with that, yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, George Lucas did make an expanded universe after the third movie.
Yeah.
Like, with Luke, like, Leia had twins with Han, and then, you know, it was kind of like a Luke and Leia again kind of situation.
Yeah.
They were both Jedi. I actually prefer that version of the expanded universe to the sequels, like, by far. Because they didn't go back into, like, the Death Star shit. And, like, I feel like every fucking movie there's a bigger goddamn Death Star thing.
That's what's funny. That's pretty funny.
Not only that it happened
They
in the
just
first
keep
place.
remaking the same
That
movie
that
over
really
and
pissed me off. It's like, now it's a planet. Now it's just a bunch of fucking ships with planet-killing weapons. Fuck it, man. We're the dark side. We do what we want. Money's pulled out of thin air.
Like, how did the Empire even get back into power? They were crushed completely and utterly. How'd the First Order even
Technically
come
not
into
utterly,
existence?
because
Oh,
they
yeah.
still would have had way more systems and shit. So the First Order is like a really conquerable idea. However, I wish they would have spoke to how it came to power, other than like, oh, Empire remnants.
The Empire's back at it again, and they're crazier than ever.
Well, I don't know. It just when they put it like that, it just sounds like a terrorist cell lost its leader, and they
they found a new one.
Yeah, they just went back to their old
and
shit.
they're still doing it.
Because they gotta pay that this is their livelihood. That's not the real one.
Yeah, nobody was attacking them.
That's fair.
And the other one.
I don't know, man. I've spoke my piece. I'm not fully against you in that the prequels were like.
The penultimate of
I just
storytelling.
no.
magic.
I just want to say they were on the level that I would have expected them to be on. I liked them. In my opinion, they were good. In your opinion, they were terrible. I get that.
I liked them once upon a time, but as I grew and as I learned more about, not even just film, but just like as I learned more, I was like, wow, there's a lot of flaws here.
And while you were learning about that, I was sticking my dick into other Star Wars sports. So I mean,
That's fine.
like that's probably why I formed my opinion and you formed yours. I mean, it's fair. That's fair.
Like it's hard for me to judge the movies based on the expanded universe,
No, yeah, that's,
and I'm
yeah,
sure it's hard for you to judge the movies
by just the movies.
just by themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's where
This is called fucking discourse, man, and it's
Yeah.
magical. It makes you feel.
Makes you
amazing.
feel stuff. It
Like-
makes
the
you
problem is
Fuck.
that you're wrong in every conceivable
Well,
way.
that's the thing. If you come at me like that, I'm gonna get really mad.
You gotta understand, man.
But-
This is the way Nathan operates.
That's
He ain't
what
about to change his
that's
mind,
what
and
we
he ain't
call a
about to-
joke.
I know. I'm just saying, like, everybody on the internet thinks that it's like it always devolves into name calling. You know,
Yeah.
I've never been in an argument where I've had a different opinion than someone, and like got to
That's
the point where I'm like,
actually-
you're just a fucking asshole, dude. Like I've never gotten to that point. I've always tried to be like, okay, but from my point of view, you know,
Now
and from
let's
this
talk-
knowledge, you know.
Let's talk about Rogue One.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna dive into that.
Which, in
Ow.
my opinion,
Rogue One was okay.
was
That was it. That's all I'll say.
possibly the worst Star Wars movie.
I'm not dying on that hill, man. I'm not dying on that hill.
The problem is that it didn't have any characters, you know?
That's true, but at the same time, those characters were gonna die anyway.
And the
Anybody who was
problem
roped into that story was gonna die.
is that it was just like a fan film. It's just like stuff you've seen in Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Film.
You just got fucking dick on.
Fucking steamrolled, man.
The thing about Rogue One.
Please switch to a faster weapon. I swear to God, I
The-
know nothing about this game.
I'm
I
not
just
gonna
know that
rate
you
it.
need to be hitting
The
this
thing.
faster.
Okay, this is my last point. The thing about Rogue One is, I agree, it is not good, but in the original trilogy, they said that many Bothan spies died for the knowledge that they got in that movie. There were no Bothan spies at all. Like literally, planet to ship to Leia, gone.
The problem, the ultimate
No
problem,
Bothan spies.
the ultimate problem for me in that movie is that, much like the prequels, but to even a larger extent, there was no reason that it needed to be made.
That's true.
Because, like, how if they get the Death Star plans? It doesn't matter, they got them. And we see them blow it up, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's an epic tale.
I don't care
Is
about
it not?
Jyn Erso. She's a non-character. She looks like she does meth.
It does
She
loop
looked really
into I can't think of his name. The black fellow that's in the suit that's keeping him alive.
Yeah.
He
don't
actually
know who
has-
that is.
I don't remember his name at all, but
I
he actually
remember-
has a very good
He was in
book.
Fallen Order.
Yes, he has a very good book about leading rebellions across the Empire's nations and stuff. Like, he's actually a really cool character, so it was neat to see him, but outside of that, I mean, that movie didn't really stand for much. I guess I'm more opposed to the newer shit, because I think the majority of Star Wars stories should take place before the prequels and not after the fucking original trilogy.
Yeah, really.
Because after the original trilogy, there's not much that happens. You know,
Like, you've
peace
already-
is fucking restored.
You've
like,
already told the most important story in
Right.
the entire lexicon. Maybe back up a skosh.
like, that's why I'm excited for Old Republic stuff, because Old Republic was so fucking lawless.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, and also the other thing with the sequel's final movie, they already had an established Sith hidden world. It's called Corbin. Why the fuck did they make one up?
We're probably
Yeah.
Getting to a length in
Plating.
this episode where we don't need.
No, I know. I just want to have it
talk.
all condensed
But in
in
the
this
next
episode.
I want to complain a lot about the Rise of Skywalker
Okay.
because I hate
I'll talk with you
it.
about
I
it.
hate it.
Let's not do that in the next episode. Let's make this one long and get it all out of
Well,
our
I mean,
system.
we're already at an
We're at
hour.
an hour,
That's why I'm like,
and
Keep
it's just been an
going.
hour of me failing at this boss fight. because
no,
I'm
it's
talking
actually been
endlessly.
25 minutes of you failing at this boss
It
fight.
feels like an hour.
Do you want me to shut up for a minute so you can actually focus?
No, I'm just gonna beat him eventually.
Like I said, alcohol makes me talky. And again, I'm not really feeling anything, so
Tachyon!
that's tachyon for you.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
It's a death grips thing.
Want me to
I
pour you
don't know
another
what
one?
that is.
No, I'm good. I got drunk last night. I don't want to get drunk again. Drinky drink is not for the everyday consumption of a panda bear such as myself.
I've never been drunk.
Nathan, it's not an amazing feeling. I'm gonna let you
I
know.
really have no desire to be.
I mean, I got drunk.
Pretty good.
I got drunk out of content wise. I played drunk Uno and definitely got my shit wrecked, which is actually really fun. I'm hoping to do more of that.
You want to do it, all three of us?
I don't think Nathan wants to get
I'm
drunk.
not gonna get drunk and
Yeah.
play Uno.
But you can, though. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah. So anyway, not bad.
Being drunk
This
makes me
is some
sleepy,
good
and
discourse,
also-
man.
And also,
I feel like our bond is strengthening.
We can all agree that the original Battlefield games are way better than
Fuck
the remake.
yes, they are. You are correct.
Yeah, no shit. They're the only ones I've ever played, and I was telling Noah before he got here that I had them for PSP as a kid.
It's neat to see them like refurbished
Oh,
in a
I got 'em.
sense, but that's it. Like,
Got it.
yeah, you did.
Oh, like
Got
for
'em.
realsies.
Yeah, you did it.
Nice job.
It's fucking over. Which means this
Yay.
episode should probably end.
Nailed them clean.
Now go
boys.
touch the bonfire so I
Thank
feel safe.
fucking God. No, don't kill the man. Just please touch the fire.
No, I was waiting for my souls to appear. I thought I wasn't going to get any. I was going to be upset.
I thought you were going to go back to the door and fight that dude standing in the door.
No.
Alright, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys
Thank you
enjoyed
guys for listening to our fucking Star Wars
our
rant.
Star Wars discourse we have here. Hopefully
There's
the
going
next
to be
episode.
more of it because
I was going to say hopefully the next
I have
episode's
to
going.
air my grievances.
Well, that's the thing. I won't be fighting with you on those.
No,
I'll
but
actually be
I think
accepting
there's
them.
something to be discussed about all the things that were genuinely terrible.
That's fair. That's a yep.
Just a lot of really awfulness.
All right, everybody. We're gonna stop this episode here, though. So
Please,
thanks for
God.
watching, and see you guys hopefully in the next one. Bye.
Ah.